Welcome my dear students. In the previous video we are discussing about the list in HTML5. We have already discussed the list, type of list, ordered list, unordered list, attributes of the ordered list, reversed attribute and starred attribute. So today we are going to discuss about the list properties. So here you see these are the following list properties that can be used to style a list using CSS. Now what is CSS? First of all, you see cascading style sheets is the full form of the CSS. So CSS, it helps to describe how HTML elements are displayed on the screen, paper or in other media. It means it gives a look to the HTML elements and helps to save a lot of work which you have code in the HTML. So CSS is also you can say auxiliary code which helps HTML elements to how to describe, how to display it on the screen or paper or in other media. Okay, let's see what are these properties. So the first property is list style type. The syntax is list style type and value. In this property it gives the value ordered list, value of the ordered list, that is 1 2 3 or 0 from 0 1 2 3 or in Roman number or in alphanumeric number. It allows you to control the shape or appearance of the marker. As you see in this list, here is a list type. Here you see there in both the list, here is a bulleted list. First list is a bulleted list, second list is a starts with a A marker. A maths, B social science, C physics, D English and E Hindi. Okay, now second property is the list style image. In this property it allows you to specify an image so that you can use your own bullet style. As you see in this, here this bullet is a hollow circle. In this bullet is a hollow circle, but you can also use a disc bullet, a square bullet or a filled circle. Okay, now the syntax of this property is list type image and value, where URL, you give the URL as the path of the image or you give none. Okay, third property is the list style position. List style position value, where value equal to inside or outside. It indicates whether the marker should appear inside or outside the box containing the bullet points. Here you see this. In this property you can see the bullets in the first list is the position of these bullets are at this position, but in the second list you see all A, B, C, D, E are here, some gap between both the list. There is a change in the position of the starting of the list. Here first list starts from here and the second list starts from here. So it indicates whether the marker, this ABC in the second list marker, should appear inside or outside of the box containing the bullet points. So the box containing the bullet points in the first list have some gap, starts from here, but in the second list ABC, the marker of the second list, have some gap from the first list. They are not in the same line. Oh, okay. Now the next property is list style. Next property and the last property is the list style value. It allows you to specify all the list properties into a single expression, whether where value is the value of the list style type, value for the list style image, or value for the list style position. Means all the above three properties, you can include this three properties, above three properties, these above three properties in this fourth one. Okay, and the syntax is given as list style value. So these are the properties you can use in your HTML code. Now the next is the description list. Now in the description list, HTML supports a list style which is called definition list or description list, where entries are listed like in a dictionary or encyclopedia. The definition list is the ideal way to represent a glossary or the list of terms or name or value list. So in the description list, a definition list starts and ends with a DL tag. Okay, starts with a DL tag. It consists a pair of DT and DD elements. So DT is used to define a term and DD is used as a definition of that term. So DT is the name of the term and DD is the definition of that term. All of you see here, as in this study tips, the first list, the heading of the first list is the study tips. So it is called the DT that defines the term. It means study tips is the DT, that is the term that defines the term, and in the term, after the term, what are in the list: plan, prepare, organize, make flashcards, join a study group, be confident, stay calm. These are all the definition of the term, explanation of the term. So DT is the definition of the term and DD is the explanation of the term. DT is the name of the term and DD is the definition of that term, and DL defines the start of the list, that is the description list. You can also see this in, I think, in this property. Okay, now the next is the nested list. Nested list, when one list is embedded inside another list, it is called nested list. So the ordered and unordered list can be nested within each other to form a multi-level list. So all of you see, when you see the above list, I think this list, coffee, tea, milk. Okay, so this is an ordered list, and if you add some more list items in this list in the form of 1, 2, 3, starting in place of bullets you use 1, 2, 3 or Roman numbers. So the mixture of the ordered list and the unordered list, and when an ordered and unordered list can be nested into each other, this is called a nested list, So embedded means when one list is embedded inside another list. You can say list in a list. It is called a nested list. Now, the most important, we are going to discuss about the tables and its properties. A table is a set of rows and columns is used to represent data. As we have already know this thing in the previous class also, a table is a set of rows and columns is used to represent data in a very flexible and attractive manner. Now also creating HTML tables in our website to organize information on our web page. So in our web page you can also use these tables. You may want to consider using HTML tables, and so you can also create HTML tables to organize information on your web page. To create a table in HTML, you use this tag, table tag. Okay. The process of creating an HTML table is very similar as you create a web page and any elements. When you create a list, when you create a link, okay, it is simple. So it is a table. It is a container element, means it has both opening as well as closing tag. That is table. It is the starting tag. It is the ending tag. It defines a table. TR, closing tag and ending tag. It defines a table row. And TD, that is data in a cell. So all of you see table. This is a, all of you see, this is a table in the HTML coding. Here is a heading, tourist spot. There are 3 countries, India, Singapore and Germany. In India, the tourist spot are the Taj Mahal, Jantar Mantar. Singapore Zoo, Singapore Night Safari. And in Germany, there is only a Berlin Wall. So we are going to discuss some table properties now. Now the first property is the border properties. Okay, so in the border properties, it specifies the border width, border color, border style of the table and its cells. Okay, you can also see these properties as the border of the table, okay, the border color, the border style of the table and its cells. Here is a problem in this figure. You can't see here the cells as you see the cells in the MS Excel, but here there is some problem in the code, so you can't see these cells. Okay, now the border spacing, it is used to specify the distance. Next property is the border spacing. In this border spacing, it is used to specify the distance between the borders of the adjacent cells. That is the distance between these 2 adjacent cells. That is the Singapore Zoo. Suppose Singapore Zoo and the Berlin Wall. So the difference between these 2 cells, this gap is known as the borders of the adjacent cells. Border collapse, it is next property is the border collapse. It specifies whether the table borders are to be collapsed into a single border or detached as usual. All of you see there is no border between the cells, so all the cells are collapsed and became a single border. Okay, so these are the border properties. Now we are going to discuss about the cell padding and the cell spacing. cell padding and cell spacing. There are two attributes called cell padding and cell spacing, which you will see to use adjust white space in your table cells. White space in your table cells. As you see, first of all, you see this in the Excel table. So these are the cells of the table. So the white space, this white space, you can adjust it, okay, with the mouse also. But in HTML, it is called cell padding and cell spacing, which you will use to adjust the white space in your table cells. The cell spacing attribute defines the width of the border, while cell padding represents the distance between cell borders and the content within a cell. Okay, how much is the width of your border, okay, of your cell? It defines the cell spacing attribute, while the cell padding represents the distance between the cell borders and the content within a cell. It means if you type here, suppose roll number, type here roll number. So this distance between the cell, between your data and the border, okay, this white space, you can see this white space which you adjust is called the cell spacing, okay, and the cell padding is the distance between the border and the content within a cell. Means the distance between the border and the content within a cell is called the cell padding, okay. Now next, and the syntax of this cell padding, you can also see it in your book, where value equal to top padding, right padding, left padding, bottom padding in px, that is in pixel, in centimeter or in percentage. So the syntax is given in your book, so we are not discussing here the syntax. Next is the width and the height. You can set a table with width and height using width and height attributes. Syntax is height value, width value, you can give the value in pixels, in centimeter, in percentage. And the next is the caption side. In the caption side, it specifies the placement of a table caption. Means caption means you can put a note at the top, bottom, left, right of the table, okay. Syntax is already discussed and given in your book. Now empty cells, this property helps in specify whether or not the border and background are to be placed around empty cells in a table. That is, the border and the background are to be placed around empty cells in a table. Whether, suppose there is a cell that is empty, here you see in this table, below the Berlin wall, this cell is empty. So it shows that this property shows whether or not the border or the background are to be placed around empty cell in a table. You see, there is no border or background in the empty cell in a table. Whether you put a background or you don't put a background or a border in a empty cell, okay. So these are the properties which we are discussing of the table. If you have any confusion in this table and its properties, you can ask me on my WhatsApp number. In the next video, we are going to discuss about the inserting images, its attributes of the image tag, and how can we insert an image in a table. Okay, so there are some very interesting things in the next video. Thanks for watching my videos.